Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to The Only Way Out is to Heal Within. This is Coach TT. Whew. I had I'm gonna kick things into a different gear than I first anticipated. Source is amazing like that. When I started this series, and I want to help people to start beating the drum on the things that is more than possible to be in their experience. And instead of just continuously to beat the drum of the familiar, the things um, that has been brought to the surface, it is time to start using our energy efficiently and start walking the talk, like being the example in your own experience in the world. And so I am going to talk and dive really deep, and I am going to ask Source out of my 7 energy oracle where to begin the chat. I think it's important to really show people. We need to stop telling people do this, do that, but show them and let them decide what works for them and what doesn't work for them. So I've always, put it out there that, any tools or techniques, or if you, do a session with me or I do intuitive hits for you, to always takes what resonates and hold on to the rest and allow you from the inside to just, decide and determine what works and what doesn't. So like I said, changing gears a little bit on this series. I hope you enjoy it. Always, if you have questions or you love my work, please go to Jagrut Reiki and become, a journal junkie with me on there. And definitely check out my amazing soul family on the Ascended Warriors. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. So let's jump right into this today. What I'm looking at is different emotions, different levels of everybody on this planet, that everybody's healing. And no matter where you are in your healing journey, no matter what you've experienced, know that your truth is learned, not taught. Your truth, my truth, his truth, her truth, everybody's truth is learned, not taught. So moving forward, this really puts right and wrong, good and bad, and different in a different perspective, because we all have our own perspective, our own perception of things. And this is where you will really dive within and ask, amazing questions for yourself of, does this sit with me? Is this in alignment with me? Taking back our power is the best thing that anybody can do in the moment ever. So question your reality always. Always question your reality. If you're seeing something, know that Source has a way, always, that nothing's ever a mistake. Everything is always about learning and continue to learn. And that when you get to that manifestation, when you get to that lesson, when you get to the realization of what it is that has been going on, know that it is already 100% in full bloom manifestation, and you are already moving to the next lesson or the next manifestation. So right now, what we are all doing, whether we know it or not, we are looking for the best, the most beneficial and optimal timeline for each and every one of us is possible with the vision. So I want to talk a lot about stop feeding the fear and learn to be in a response mode, not a reaction mode. Fear is as real as we make it, individually and collectively. And judging when others are in fear or judging others that are not in fear, we are still adding our amazing energy to that timeline, to that fear, to the non-fear. Where do you want your energy to be? So I'm going to pull some cards and really get this conversation going. I just want to ask the question. I'm going to throw out to all of you certain words that are hooked to emotions. And where do you feel that you are with the emotions, with the essence of your everyday experience? And there isn't no right or wrong about this. I want you just to be real and truthful with yourself. If I was to say being afraid, are you in that essence right now? Are you in anger? Are you in fear/control fear? Neutrality. Does that resonate with you? Acceptance. Reason. Love. And joy. So being afraid, anger, fear/control fear. Doesn't matter if it's, you or others in your experience. But does that resonate with you? Neutrality, acceptance, reason, love, and joy. So just put yourself on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the worst, on whatever one seems to resonate with you most. There is no judgment. There is no criticizing here. The more truthful, learning our truth, because like I said at the beginning, truth is learnt, not taught. Where are you on that scale? And I'm going to pull cards and ask Source to guide us through this conversation for the highest good for all. This is a partnership. If you're healing something, then Coach TT is healing something within her as well. And then we will move forward, and we are going to beat a new drum together today and co-create the most beautiful and meaningful manifestation for the collective. And we do it by taking full responsibility for what we have going on first and foremost. May the highest energy of love and light can remain in this space. All other energies must leave now. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. Let me know if you're enjoying the series so far. Just know, once or twice a week, I will come on here and do a part in this series until I'm further directed to do something else. All right, Source. And even if you, don't see this live button right here, just know that energy has no limits. And if you are catching this, everybody is connected for a reason. All right. What else source can this chat benefit from? What is that? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, sus. So, all right, guys, seeing beyond. Now, the last time I did part 1, seeing beyond was a part of that conversation too. So we are being guided to open our minds, open our hearts to new avenues, to new way of doing things. Maybe we're getting nudges or whispers or messages, and we still haven't surrendered the fear of the unknown. So that is something that we can continue to do as individuals and as the collective, is, seeing beyond what we have been taught. And now that we know that, what we have been taught isn't necessarily our truth. If your truth, my truth, everyone's truth is based off what they have learned, then each and every one of us, our truths should not be identical. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's energy or healing journey is different. That is the uniqueness, the authenticity that we need to use moving forward for the collective to become unity. Everybody has a part to play, and you just do the best job of being you. And you're doing, exactly what you need to be doing. It's always been about you being the best damn version of yourself. So seeing beyond, the veils, the what you thought might have been the truth before, or what you thought you should be feeling, could have, felt or did or didn't do. We are letting go of all that limited beliefs. And we're definitely doing an amazing job for it to be brought back up into the reading. And seeing beyond is also in the energy of the light, the intuition, the vision, the imagination, the prescience, knowing, the perception, and the mental states. We are realizing that the things that we have been after isn't necessarily a place. It's a state of being. How cool is that? So keep working on using your imagination. I mentioned last time, you make yourself a vision board. What is it that you want to create? Creation boxes. Become a journal junkie. Get your ideas, your thoughts, your creations, everything down on paper, and watch how Source takes that passion, that essence, and is on it, creating it from the time that you thought the thought. They have been working on your behalf. So do consider the things only within the framework of what you already know. Or Can you allow yourself to see beyond? And you get to choose that, guys. You get to choose whether you stay in comfort zone, whether you step out of the box, or if you are open to new things, or whether you're afraid to try new things. Take the trying word out and either do or don't, but know that if you don't do something different, then you don't get a different outcome. You can't expect a different outcome unless you go within and make the necessary changes. So when you do that, then the reality, and only then will the reality start to mirror the changes within. We are all gifted. We are all gifted with the magical ability of imagination. And when we open to it, we become a conduit for divine vision and greater than our own. It's important, if you don't get anything out of this chat today, that you understand that you are love, and you know, and if nobody's told you today, I love you. And I mean that from the heart. We all need to know and feel and sense that greater understanding of unconditional love. And when you feel and sense that unconditional love, you interrupt hurting people. You step out of that box and you start to relate and direct that unconditional love out into the world. And many just need to hear that they are loved, or that they can love too. We learn our truth. We don't get taught it. We learn it through our experiences. So through your experience, somebody could just awaken and know that love does exist in general, just by hearing it through your voice, or through your actions, or you taking that baby step in seeing beyond. So today, know that your vision, what you imagine forming in the invisible, will be delivered into the material world. And all you need to do is keep at, does this feel good to me? Does this feel right? Is my moral compass in check? And keep going within and asking, does this feel like the right move? Does this feel like the right decision? I have many different tools and techniques on YouTube right here, with the muscle testing, the intuitive reset, power prayer. Connect with God, universe, source, whatever that label is for you, and ask, does this feel right for me? Don't worry about the timing of things. We gotta let go of the time schedules, the watches, the calendars, and all that. And when you are in alignment, you just know, that it's going to show up. The universe, God, source, will take care of all the details and when it will show up. And your job is just to continue to imagine that it does exist, that you do deserve it, that you are enough, that person is enough, that person is loved, you are loved. Take a few steps forward, then imagine some. Take a few more steps, imagine some. And this is where I find being a journal junkie and getting the passion, the story, the way you want to tell it down on paper, because it allows it to be pulled into your reality. And then imagine some more. So keep taking those baby steps. If you want to take a huge leap of faith, go for it. Show yourself that you are not alone. The universe's job is to make it real. What a fabulous partnership. So remember, you are never alone, even if there's not another physical person in your experience. Your creator, source, God, universe, whatever your guides and angels, whatever you feel, love, security, that is in alignment with you. They are always with you. They always have your back. No matter what you think or perceive, they are holding love or above for you. They're never going to come down and meet you in those lower vibrations, in fear or, jealousy or being pissed off. They will hold your norm, your higher self frequency, which is a love and above. And they are always there, ready, willing, and able to help and bring your true authenticity into reality whenever you decide to take that step. And they will give you messages. They will give you nudges. That's why you feel what you feel, or you know what you know, because they are always working on your behalf. So moving on, man, we're bearing fruit right now. Beautiful, beautiful cards. We're birthing new systems. We are birthing new selves. We are birthing new relationships. We are birthing, everything in our experience right now is in a rebirthing energy. The results of all the hard work from, lifetimes and our ancestors and our grandparents and our parents has all led us up to this moment. The constant thought of manifesting into form, the relationship between the external world and the internal world of feelings and beliefs. We know now that everything that we might have been taught about pulling things from the external into the internal world is, an old way of believing and thinking that everything external is what is creating everything in the reality, in the external. And I've always said that one day I would love to be able to change the wording around that this isn't the reality, but the illusion. And what we got going on is reality. Because what you got going on is definitely creating the external. And so I would love to see that the terminology, the words, to match what is truly happening for each and every one of us. So if your life were a tree, what fruit would you be bear? What fruit would you bear? And envision the results of the efforts you put into achieving the dreams and desires and the partnership with divine. This is where, journaling allowing you to sit and nurture and without filters, without holding yourself back or pinching yourself up from all the good. Can you see the way you think, feel, believe reflected in the material world? Sure can. And if you take a moment and really take that responsibility on and say, man, I didn't know, but I do now. And say, from here on out, I'm gonna be my best to create more, joy, more happiness, better health, my well-being, and really put in the priorities into perspective that truly aligns you with your higher self, with God, universe, source. So remember, you birth into the world that which you pay the most attention to. And we have to realize and remember how powerful we truly are. And where your attention and focus goes is where your energy is being driven every moment. Every moment. So if you are beating the drum on the things that you're observing and it doesn't feel well, know that you are, adding your energy to the momentum of that. Or you can come over here and say, that is the old way that I used to think, or that I used to believe. My new truth is, and fill in the blanks. And allow your actions to work accordingly. You use your inspired action to be an example and a part of the solution instead of the problem. And many are doing this. And the more and more we be these examples and part of the solutions, that's why you're seeing such a huge change in the things that we thought were normal, the things we thought was true. We are seeing this huge switcheroo, in our experience. And it's because we are defining who we are. We are, taking our experiences and saying, this is my truth. And really, being compassionate and understanding that just because this is your truth, it doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody else's. So you're not judging, you're not criticizing. So just remember that where your energy and your focus go, your attention, your focus goes, that's where your energy is flowing. So interrupt and hiccup and allow your energy to move someplace else. Change the focus, change, the way you look at people, places, things. And once you do that one little change, you will see a different outcome. And consistently hold within as your truth. Own. Like I put in the post for this video, it's like, own your story. Be okay with all of you. Every aspect of you matters. Be clear about what your intent is, and know that we are moving into transparency, and we are using our sixth sensory like never before. We are feeling and sensing. Many of us have felt and sensed and didn't understand why, around certain people or things or places. And we are getting a better understanding on that. So be clear about your intent. Get rid of the hidden agendas, get rid of the assumptions, and be crystal clear about your intents. Can you make this a commitment to yourself? So allow this to be your commitment for your higher self, for your highest good. And as you make this commitment for yourself, you are becoming beneficial for the entire world, because your energy is everything. And where we are all headed, no matter where we come from, no matter what story, no matter what you have learned along your journey, we want great and full. We want that wholeness from within. We want that fullness from within. That is real. The external that many have gotten used to, of that, instant gratification, or manifested things into your experience and then went, this is what I was after, this is why I wanted it. Because no matter what, the reason why we want certain things in our experience is we think it's going to make us feel better. No matter who you are, or no matter what you're trying to create, you think it's going to make you feel better. And many of the things we thought would allow us to feel better was an illusion. And it's time for us to grasp a hold of what is an illusion for us and what is reality. And if you're coming from the place of the heart, if you're coming from within and you're being true to yourself, it is law of attraction is forever on play, guys. And there is no pause, there is no stop. And the more and more that you are true, you will see the evidence, because like attracts like. So if you want to be respected, respect yourself. If you want to be loved, love yourself. If you want, anything in your experience, ask yourself, why is it that I want this? And if it's in alignment, you're going to be able to be feeling the wholeness, the fullness of your truth, of your authenticity, your soul. So let's go into full, great and full. The mindful practice of gratitude. Thank you, Source. Thank you. Being in the state of gratitude and appreciation from the moment you open your eyes, before you hit the ground running, no matter what you got going on, check your pulse, check your heartbeat, say thank you for another beautiful day. And even if, you get off on an off day, you can still change that by checking your pulse, checking your heartbeat. Yep, I got up late. My alarm clock didn't go off, but changing the focus and the attention from that to, what do I do now? It is what it is. ... What now? Will allow you to hiccup and pivot in any moment. And that split moment, that split second of you just hiccup and pivoting can be the world of difference on how the rest of the day plays out. So let's go into great and full. Like I said, this is just you being aware is all that is needed in the moment to make any change within. Just being aware. Just being aware. And if you are aware of things that don't feel well, kick your imagination. And what would you like to experience? What would you like to see? What people would you like to see? What things would you like to see to allow you to feel better? So, practice gratitude, guys. Gratitude and appreciation for everything, especially the things you already have. Knowing that you are enough, committing to your intentions, a sense of sufficiency, and letting go of attachment to form. If you're holding on to things and you know, like you know, because you feel and sense, every single person can feel and sense when things are good for them and when things are not that great for them. But we tend to ignore the feeling, the emotion, the essence of that is always driving us, that is always, taking us in the directions we need to. Allowing that to drive us from here on out. That sense of gratitude, that sense of wholeness from within. Not the wholeness from, I have this great house, I got this great, relationship, I got plenty of money, energy. That is all bonuses. The wholeness, the fullness comes from within. And then the external, yes, by law of attraction, like attracts like, it will draw those things to you when you are full, when you are whole. But you don't need them things to feel the wholeness or the wholeness or the fullness. That is law of attraction at its best. You are attracting exactly what you're sending out into the world. Before you begin to understand the process of manifesting your desires, you need to practice deep gratitude and the willingness to share that with others. So remember that when things start to have a rippling effect around abundance, around your well-being, around, the money, energy, whatever the case may be willing to share that. How can I share that with others to help others come into their wholeness, their fullness? Not telling them, but actually showing them. And the best and the easiest way to do that is to walk the talk and teach by example. Teach by example, guys. So, you're invited to surrender the important truth. There is always enough for you. There's always enough for me. There's always enough for, even for the things that we observe, there is more than enough for everyone. This is what we're remembering. This is what everybody has access to if they choose. This is the true nature of prosperity. It's not about the things you accumulate at all. It's about how you feel. How do you feel? And especially, how do you feel before it's even completely manifested into the external? How do you feel internal about this? Do you want this because you are wanting a reaction from someone else, or that somebody would feel more, you would feel more respected from this person with this or that? They are not the fullness that is still external fulfillment, that is still external, greatness. We want the internal greatness and fullness. Begin your day immersed in gratitude for everything you have and everything you can't yet see. That is like the number one sign or action, inspired action, is to be grateful for it before you can even see it in your external. Either do or don't. But if you want to wake up tomorrow and start seeing a different outcome in your reality, please do these simple things. And they may not feel simple to many people. You get to determine if it's hard or simple. So give yourself a break and allow yourself to be in the state of gratitude for the things you do have and the things you have not yet seen. And see how that helps you to feel that wholeness and that fullness. And watch how quick the manifestations take place. When you hold this feeling of gratitude, it acts as a magical open sesame to the floodgates of abundance. Gratitude, appreciation, compassion, understanding. All of these are the key essence of pulling the essence of that alignment to whatever it is that you're trying to create. Your life is brimming with unique potential. Focus on that. Your life. Not just his life, her life, their life, people that we look up to's life. It is your life is brimming with unique potential, and focus on that. That's what the world wants to see from each and every one of us. We want to feel and sense that. When you hold this feeling of gratitude, it is your magical essence to allow your floodgates of abundance to open up. Couple that with a playful sense of detachment, and you will find that miracles have an uncanny way of showing up in your life. Your intentions burst forth into reality with little effort on your part. So if you can get into alignment, into the essence of why it is that you truly want to create, boom, there it is. Right now, contemplate how being in the energy of enough makes you feel. So remember the words that I gave you at the beginning of this video, and I had you put yourself on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the worst. I want you to feel what it feels like to be enough with no matter what it is that you put yourself on the scale on. Whatever that might have been, I want you to beat the drum on I am enough. And what does that feel like? Eventually, you will have no attachments to what you do or what you do not manifest in the material world. What you do or don't have. Then, like magic, you have more than enough. What a fantastic universe, God, source that we live in. So, like I said, we are all after the same thing, guys. We are after feeling better, feeling good. That's why I teach the emotional scale out of the ask and it is given. Always, if you're looking for meditation or any kind of direction to help, ease the nervous system, or just, being still, I always direct you to Abraham Hicks' teachings. So I'm gonna leave it with the Serenity Prayer for anybody that is watching and listening. And you can say the Serenity Prayer throughout your day to help you, learn your truth and really be okay with all of you. The fears, the good, the jealousy, the being, pissed off or angry, with the joy, with the well-being. Love every aspect of you through this whole entire journey. Because that's what makes you whole. And as you, allow yourself to be whole and full, that's the greatest gift that you can give to the world. So when you maintain your energy, your space, allow those creative juices to flow, because that is you authentically. When you are creating and you're in that state of gratitude and you're just reaching for the next best thing, whether it be emotion or state of being, you are doing your part in the creation. And as you do it, people get it when you are actively being a part of the solution. We connect on soul levels first and foremost. And the more that we allow the soul to show its truth, its true colors, the more and more we will connect exactly the way we need to. Many people think that they have failed themselves or failed other people, and there is no mistakes. God, universe, source, they don't make mistakes. And if they're guiding you to go through an experience or go through, the loss of a job or a loss of a loved one, or, any of those lower vibes in this physical experience, it's for our highest good. So how can we take that pain and make it our power? And like I said, we are doing an amazing job of hiccup and pivoting, that there is less hurting people, as we are awakened and beating the drum on unconditional love. Love always wins. You may not see it today or tomorrow or a year from now, but when it is perfect divine timing, you will be shown. You will be shown. So don't ever feel like anybody is being left behind, or one person's healing. Get the competition out of it, guys. This is not about competition. This is about learning your truth, not being taught it. And if you can help someone along the way, then please do. But it's not to compare each other. It's not to competition, that one knows more than another. No. So, Serenity Prayer, guys. that's where I'm going to end this video. So please join me in this little prayer, and please make it your own. Use it, and let me know down below, or hit me up in PM or on Jogger Reiki, or even in my Soul Family Ascended Warriors. I want to hear from you. So God, universe, source, grant me the strength for the things I cannot change, and the courage for the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And like always, guys, thank you for joining me. And I cannot wait to hear how these chats are helping in any way. And I will see you sometime this coming week. You guys enjoy this beautiful Sunday, and I will talk to you real soon. This is Coach TT signing off. Love you. Bye.